No matter what kind of car you drive or what level of protection you have to your prized possession, whether it's a wax, a sealant, a ceramic coating, or paint protection film, bugs can be a serious problem. Anytime you take your car out in the spring, summer, or fall, or in a lot of the country, basically all year round, you're driving down the road on a beautiful Sunday drive and just get absolutely splattered with bugs. So during our maintenance washes, what is the easiest way to remove them? And that is grabbing yourself something like a bug remover. I have found the top rated and top reviewed bug remover on all of Amazon, and that is 3Ds. And we're going to be putting it to the test today on my Tesla Model 3 Performance, talking about the price of this product, talking about the ease of use, and most importantly, seeing the performance and results this will actually give with minimal effort. So welcome back to another out of spec detailing video here from Clear Detailing in Northern Colorado. Let's jump into it. Today starts a new video series here on the Out of Spec Detailing channel where I scour the internet for top rated products and worst rated products and give my thoughts, feelings, and full review on them as far as detailing products go. Everything from wheel cleaners to glass cleaners to interior cleaners, and today we're starting here with a bug remover formulation. So this 3D bug remover is the top rated one on Amazon right now. It has 4.6 stars and has thousands of reviews and is really the top pick from Amazon. Now, there are two different ways you can actually purchase the 3D bug remover. You can purchase it here in gallon form, which we have here in front of us today, which retails for $31.99, or you can also pick up a 16-ounce bottle that retails at $16.99. Now, there's an important distinction between these two. The 16-ounce bottle comes in a ready-to-use pre-diluted formula, whereas this here in the gallon form is a concentrate. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you to skip the 16-ounce one, get the gallon, and do the dilution ratios. Now, along with purchasing that, you're going to want to buy a dilution bottle of some sort. I like these here at the shop. These are CarPro dilute bottles. Over here on the side, you have very much easy to read dilution ratios from 1 part water to 1 part cleaning solution, all the way up to a 1:30 dilution ratio. So this makes it very easy and very economical to purchase a more bulk item, but extend it throughout the year. Now, I think this is really the way to go for folks who wash their cars at home a lot, or even professional detailers like myself, where I'm washing, 3, 4, 5 cars a week. This will very much make it a heck of a lot more economical. First off, we need to talk about dilution ratios with this. So for regular use, you're going to use this 1:10. So using a very small amount of the 3D bug remover over here with quite a large amount of water. For more aggressive use, you're going to go into a 1:4 dilution ratio. Now, the whole rationale behind using a chemical product like this to remove bugs is to avoid scrubbing the front end of your vehicle. Anytime you're scrubbing, you're running the risk of scratching your paint, your clear coat, whatever it may be. So you really want to have something that goes in there and does its job. Now, this is an enzymatic cleaner, and I've used very different cleaners for bug removers in the past. One of my favorites has been P&S Bug Off. It goes in there, you basically spray it on the vehicle. Really, you can immediately see it eat away those bug guts. Go back in there, rinse it off. Sometimes it needs a little bit of a hand wash, especially on sealed and ceramic coated vehicles. And that's it. You don't really have to do a heck of a lot more. Long gone are the days of sitting there for 10 minutes just scrubbing the heck out of your front end, absolutely destroying the paint. Now, before we get into a demonstration using the bug remover here, I want to talk a little bit about the application process of it and a little bit of confusion I have. On Amazon, in the description below, it actually says this is a spray-on, wipe-off formulation, but then it also says 2 bullet points below that it is a no scrub solution. So I think there's a little bit of miscommunication there. I think for what they're going for, the real way we're going to use this is when we're washing our vehicle. I don't really want you guys to be using this as, say, hey, I've got a few bugs on here. I'm going to spray some on the front end and wipe it away with a microfiber. I don't really think that's the ideal way to do it. My preference would be to wait until your car really needs a maintenance wash or maintenance detail. Now, there's a few different ways to do this. If you're someone who doesn't have access to real running water, maybe you're in California with quite a few water restrictions and you have to take your vehicle to a pay and spray or something similar like that, what you can do is roll up to the car wash. Hopefully you're using a brushless car wash. If you're watching this channel and you're not, please just click away because you're on the wrong channel, or maybe stay so you can learn some information about how bad tunnel car washes actually are. So you roll up to a car wash. You're going through just a basic brushless car wash. You're waiting in line. You're ready to go next. Hop out. You're going to spray a bug remover solution on the front end. Boom, go into the car wash. It's going to rinse everything away. Now, if you're a DIY guy that likes to wash his car by hand on the weekends, or if you're a professional detailer, you're going to use this in the sense of kind of a pre-rinse wash. Now, there's a few different things with this. The way I like to use it is to have your car absolutely dry, cool to the touch. One of the most important things when using this product. You don't want to be washing your car when it's 100 degrees outside in the middle of July, sun shining down on you. That's not when you want to wash your car. Make sure it's a shaded, cooler time of the day, and make sure your paint is not getting super hot. So traditionally what I like to do is, while the paint is dry, cool to the touch here, spray on my bug remover solution and then foam the car. That's kind of my pre-rinse step. I'm gonna let that dwell for 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how much dirt and grime sitting there. I'm gonna rinse it away. I'm gonna refoam the car and then start my hand wash. What 3D actually recommends you do here is rinse the front end of your vehicle off, or the areas saturated with bugs here, then spray your solution on and then let it sit for a few minutes. You're gonna rinse that back off and then start your wash process. So I think what we'll do on my vehicle here is, on one part of the side, I'm gonna rinse it off, spray their solution on there, not foam it. And then on the other side, I'm gonna use it in the way I would traditionally use a bug remover here at the shop, by on a dry car, spraying the solution directly on there, foaming it, letting it sit for a few minutes, rinsing it away, and then starting a hand wash. And I'm curious to see how this product actually works. So before further ado, let's jump into the front end here. I just want to show you the bugs a little bit up closer, and let's get this dilution ratio going. I think we're going to stick to a 1:5 dilution ratio. It's a little bit on the heavy side. Maybe we'll even go 1:6. I'll decide that here momentarily, but we should be ready to go. So let's get into it. Now, admittedly, my vehicle here is not completely caked in bugs, but this has been sitting on here for a few days now. You can see some massive splats here, down here, all over the front end. Of course, we have it on the windshield, on the mirrors, the typical areas. Now, I am very religious in keeping my vehicle clean, of course. I'm a professional detailer. But one of the biggest things that I'm always concerned about, no matter what the vehicle is bugs. Bugs are extremely acidic, and those acidic bugs can actually etch your clear coat. They can also etch your paint protection film as well. Even with the ceramic coating, you do run the risk of bugs etching if you're not timely with it. So what I'm telling you here is, you don't want to be washing your car every 6 months. You need to be frequent with it. I traditionally, every 4 to 5 days, maybe even a week is pushing it for me, that I like to at least spray down the front end, especially in the summer, rinse the vehicle off, and blow dry. It's very simple to do. Probably takes at most 30 minutes. So I very much like to do that. The whole issue with bugs, especially in the summertime here, is that they essentially bake onto the paint. I once took a reading of the paint temperature on a 70-degree ambient day on a black vehicle, and any guesses what the paint was? 170 degrees. 70 degrees ambient, and the actual paint temperature was 170 degrees. You are quite literally cooking bugs on the front end of your vehicle. Then they're acidic. They will etch into your clear coat, paint protection film, ceramic coating, everything over time. So it's very important that you use bug removers frequently. Now again, a little bit up closer here, you can see all of our different dilution ratios in here. I think I'm gonna go for a 1:6. That's what we're gonna start off at. I think that's a fair right in between a 1 to 10 and a 1 to 5. This is the bottle. just in case you guys were curious. VOC compliant, so you can use this in California and other states. Fast acting to remove bugs, works on windows, plastic grills, and paint, and easy rinse. And it importantly is an enzyme-based cleaner. So what I have over here is a little cup of water. We're gonna pour this in up to the 1 to 6 dash mark up there. As it goes here. Right there should do us good. And then we're gonna fill to that line there. As you can see, again, using a very small amount of product. Boom, good to go. So a very simple solution here. We're now ready to spray the front end of the vehicle down. Importantly here, what we're gonna do. So on this side, I'm gonna rinse on the passenger side of the vehicle and do it the way the 3D recommends we do it. And then I'm going to do my way on the other side, leaving it dry, spraying the solution on there, then foaming it, letting it sit, and then rinsing everything away and comparing both sides. Now, once again, this vehicle only has a light sealant on it, which has Geon wet coat on it. It is not a full ceramic coating. It is a light sealant that 100% will help with bugs. It'll get quite a few of these off, but I guarantee it will not get all of them off. And that's where the 3D bug remover is going to come in. So let me get the pressure washer turned on here and let's get rocking. So I've quickly rinsed and wetted that down. Now I'm going to spray our 1 to 6 dilution just here on the front end. I want to get quite a bit of cleaner on here and really let it break down those bugs and really do its work. Now, again, this over here is the way I would do it. So spraying it on cool, dry paint. This is going to help the product work quite a bit better. First off, I will tell you this stuff is a little stinky. It smells very chemically. Wow. Yeah, it's making me choke a little bit here. So, you know, if you're washing outside, even better. Hello. If you're in a situation like mine here, may need to crack the garage door open. So I'm going to give this one more spray down on this side, and we're going to let these sit a little bit. Now, importantly, on the side that I traditionally do, I'm going to foam this down. Now in here, I'm just using a pH neutral car wash shampoo. And what this is going to do is really help the product sit on there for a little bit longer. Also have some of the detergents in the car shampoo to help break down those bugs. So I did that about as even as I possibly could. Now comes the waiting game. Importantly, you don't want to let anything become dry to the touch here. That also very much helps if you're out of the sun. Please do not wash your car out in the sun. That is just recipe for disaster. So I'm going to let this dwell for a little bit, make sure it doesn't dry up, and we'll see you in a minute. So I want to make an important distinction here just after about a minute sitting here. Now, you can really see these bugs sitting on here. Now over here where it's actually foamed up, see all of that yellow? This is immediately one of the rationales that I do this when I wash a vehicle. You can see this area, like this paint right here, is already dry in between. The other issue with this is when the product goes on, it's naturally diluted again by the water that's already on the paint. Whereas this, you can really tell that that product is really sitting there and actually working. Again, if I just bring you in here, look at those yellow guts coming off of here. It's actually pretty nasty. But my expectation here, this side is going to clean up a lot better. But I hope I'm pleasantly surprised by doing this because yes, it is a little bit extra of a step for folks to, you know, have a full foam cannon setup. I'd say ideally, you guys can go pick up a very simple pressure washer from Home Depot, from Lowe's, and a foam cannon and get this kind of situation set up. It's going to make your washes a heck of a lot more effective and a lot easier to do. Because again, this is already dry to me and I would say, okay, kind of needs to come off in this situation. And again, we're inside. It's very cool in here. It's about 70 degrees ambient temperature. If you're outside, winds kind of swirling around, this is already going to be completely dry, whereas this is still working and again has some of those detergents in it. So I'm going to say we're probably pretty close here to getting this rinsed off. So on my pressure washer gun here, you'll notice that I have a turbo nozzle. Now this makes the water quite a bit more high pressure, and it also cleans a lot better. It's very effective at getting bugs removed. Everything that I use today will be in the link in the description below, and I would say we absolutely need to rinse this before it dries up too much quicker. So let's get rinsing. So a couple things right off the bat. I can absolutely see this side using the 3D instruction manual that there are a few bugs that didn't fully come off. I think that's completely okay for your first initial rinse, but I definitely feel like this side cleaned a little bit better. Now, within this, they also say now is when you want to hand wash, because you're definitely softening up those bugs quite a bit, and then you want to go in and hand wash. But I would say it's not necessarily, even on a car with quite a bit of sealant on it, again, Geon wet coat on here, it's not as simple as spray and then spray away. I would say this needs a little bit more work on it. This side is looking pretty darn good, I would say, though. So I do think the foam helps substantially more. Now, in this particular case, you could absolutely say, hey, you didn't use the proper dilution ratio. This was more of a heavy saturated area. And I would say, okay, sure, we can probably use this at their maximum recommended of 1 to 4. And I think it would help quite a bit. But I think it did pretty darn good. So what I want to do, I want to dry this off right now just for the video example. And I want to show you guys side by side and then a real life comparison of how it actually looks. So let's walk through the front end here and see how the product performed. Now, of course, just for the video here, I rinsed it down and dried it. Normally, I would go on then, refoam the car, start my hand wash, and then completely dry the vehicle after, and we'd be good to go. But for the video's sake, I just wanted to see what the 3D remover did. And I got to tell you guys, I am massively impressed. So let's take a look here at this front end. Pretty much bug free. All those big guts completely gone, looking awesome, except for a few areas. Now this, yet again, could be towards our dilution ratio here. We didn't go super hot, if you will. We didn't go 1 to 5. We didn't go 1 to 4. We did a 1 to 6 dilution, and I think it could have used a little bit more aggressive, especially on the headlights. So you can see quite a big goober remaining there. You can also see one over here in this particular area. There's another one down here on the front end. Camera's struggling to pick it up, and then one over here. So I would say got 90 to 95% of the bugs off using absolutely nothing other than water and the product. Now, my recommendation between the 3D way to do it of spraying it on a pre-rinsed bumper and then rinsing it off versus a dry bumper, spraying the 3D, foaming it, and then rinsing it, I really think effectiveness of your wash-wise, my way is still the way to do it. Because traditionally we want to pre-rinse our car, we want to pre-foam it, so it's going to break down the dirt, all the water stains, bird poop, bug stains, anything like that. I really think leaving your car dry, spraying the whole front end, your front bumper, your hood, windshield, mirrors, A-pillars, areas like that with bugs on it, foaming it, letting it sit there for a few minutes, rinsing it off, refoaming it, and going into your hand wash is really the way to go here. But I gotta say, very impressed with how this product actually worked. So with that being said, how much product did we actually go through? Well, you can see in this bottle, 2.5, 3 ounces maybe. Not a whole lot for the whole front bumper, but I would say once you get the entire hood done, once you get the entire windshield done, the A-pillars, the mirrors, my traditional findings with bug remover products are about 6 to 8 ounces per car. So again, consider that if you're purchasing a 16-ounce bottle, that is 17 bucks, you're spending between, $7 and $8 every time you remove bugs on your car. That adds up over time. So I would say price wise on the 16 ounce, not very economical, but buying the gallon at $31.99, that's going to last you 50 cars, I would say, maybe more. It really depends on your use case. If you're one of those guys that is on the road 24/7, you're of course going to go through more bug remover. If you're one of those that maybe you have a weekend car like a 911 or something that only comes out on a Sunday, every other Sunday, you're going to get a lot of washes out of this. So let me give you my final ratings on 3D bug remover. First off, price. I would say economical wise on purchasing it in a gallon, 10 out of 10, very cost effective. If you're purchasing it in a 16 ounce bottle, I would very much reconsider. I'd give that like a 2 out of 10. It's very expensive going through and, spraying $8 worth of product per wash on your vehicle. Ease of use. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. The only reason I'm going to say 9 out of 10 and take 1 point down is that you're having to sit here and spray and spray and spray and spray the front end. The only thing that may help you, which I've done here at the shop, is by purchasing something like a IK foam sprayer here. Basically, you hook an air compressor up to it there on the chuck. You have your fully diluted situation there. You fog down the whole front end with this big foam diluted bug remover, and it is so easy. But 9 out of 10 for ease of use. Long gone are the days of sitting there having to scrub the product down. Now, it's performance-wise, my rating would probably be 9 out of 10. I still think you're going to have to go through in some certain situations and do a hand wash. So maybe a 9.5 out of 10, just because it doesn't get 100% of everything off. Again, you can go a little bit hotter mix, but I would really recommend, especially with coated vehicles and vehicles that you're washing maybe outside, you don't want to go too hot on your dilution there and let it sit. But I'm very impressed with this product on basically how nice it rinsed off. There's no film on there, didn't leave any weird spots. It didn't harm the sealant or coating or anything that was on here whatsoever. So huge remarks here for the 3D bug remover. If you're interested in purchasing this, the dilution bottle, anything like that, I will leave everything I use in the link in the description below here in this video today. If you have any questions for me on dilution ratios, any other products you want me to test as far as bug removers, I think we need to start doing some head-to-head comparisons now and see if I prefer one. Honestly, I'm going to tell you guys, I almost like this a little bit better than my P&S bug off. It seems that you use a lot less product, because a lot of the times I think it starts at a 1:5 dilution ratio. So this is actually quite a bit cheaper and did a fantastic job. One more rating I'm going to give it on is the smell of this product, because detailing products, we always have to rate smell. I'm going to give a 5 out of 10, maybe even less, because it started making me choke. It was a very heavy chemical smell in here, but overall, absolutely would recommend this product. A fantastic product at a great price that works extremely well with very minimal effort. So huge thumbs up to me for 3D bug remover. Definitely go pick some up in the link in the description below. Stay tuned for many more videos like this. And if you like these, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what products you guys want me to test, and we'll continue this on for future dates. Thanks so much for watching another out of spec detailing video here from Clear Detailing in Northern Colorado. We'll see you in the next one soon. Bye-bye.